right. Everybody on Facebook Landia and Zoom. I'm Paulo Garbanzo, and this is Painting with Paulo. For 1 hour, I'm going to be painting and hopefully not crashing any of these computers that I've got running. And yeah, we're going to have a good time. I've got my comment links up here, and there we go. And we're going to check out some stuff. If you've got any questions, I'm going to be talking about the world that I'm building for the Nat 21 games, as well as other various games that I run are usually held in this this wacky universe of wackiness. It's weirdly enough, I feel like it's that kind of weird place where what is it? Terry Pratchett's world. I wish I could say it highly influenced me, but weirdly enough, I started reading his books well after I had there was a lull in my Dungeons and Dragons game, and I was like, oh my god, it's almost as if he knew exactly what I had been doing with my world. So it's that kind of level of, deadly, strange, wacky, and also possibly full of some social justice issues. And, I even have a really crappy city that is controlled by megalomaniac wizards. And it's a libertarian paradise because it's a train wreck. And, that's kind of what it would be if everybody lived together, kind of like Florence in the 1400s, rather. It was really good for the Medicis, not really good for everybody else. But yeah. So there we go. So if you have any questions, I'm gonna try to get this camera actually where I'm painting. That would be good. Hello, everybody. All right. So. Chat board up here on Twitch. I got my chat board up here on Facebooky. Hi, Kitty. Good to see you. Yay. Yes, there's a chaotic evil. You're not chaotic evil anymore. But yes, loves that town for its, well, it is one of the major cities that allows goblins to live there. And I say allow, but I mean, the goblins lived there probably before the founding of the city. And that's saying a lot because that city is super old. But I wanted to focus on today's episode on ooh, can you still see that? I'm still holding this up way too close. Try to get this camera over here. There we go. That's a little better. So right now, the party this coming week is going to be formerly chaotic evil. The party is going to be adventuring in Shark Isle, which is a great city that I based kind of off of Carlisle, England. Because it's near Muncaster, which is where our Dungeons and Dragons tour to England is going to be, which, by the way, will be next year. Just started putting the word out that because of the COVID-19, we are going to do this tour next year. So we are transferring anybody who is still able to go next year. Will be able to transfer their reservation to the next year's tour. And, if things start to even up and level out, then maybe we can even do another tour. I don't know. So the D&D tours seem to be kind of popular. So I don't know if you guys can see that. If it can focus. Yeah, there we go. So the party at the end of the game last week ran into a bunch of undead. As a matter of fact, a ton of undead and a old friend who, that's not the old friend. this is my chariot, skull chariot of the old friend of one of the characters, who is now clearly a necromancer, and so now there's a whole bunch of undead, and we left it at this big cliffhanger where they're at the cemetery with all these powerful undead have just been raised up from the dead, and they're about to get hammered. Can't hear any audio. Let me see. Hi. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. Because that would be the mute button on my desktop audio. Mic. Check that out. There we go. All right. I think I fixed it. Yeah, I fixed it. Boop. Let me know. Oh, yeah, it's a one-man show here over at the. There we go. All right. Yes, trying to set up all this and then fix everything and do all those things. Hi, everybody. Oh, hi, Laura. Hi, Kitty. Hi, Tal. Hi, everybody. Oh, Philip. There we go. By the way, once again, Felipe, he not only joined my Patreon, which you can find at Patreon/Paolo Garbanzo, but he was the first person to sign up for the D&D tour when we first started promoting it, and he was like, I need to have a seat with Shakespeare, and so of course I had told all the other dungeon masters that if like whoever got the first person in, I as Red Adventures would buy them a beer, and I was assuming it was going to be me, and I was just going to buy myself a beer, but Shakespeare took the cake, or the beer rather. And yeah, he got the first one. So, and there's Felipe. Here we go. Some questions. What are we playing? Okay. Well, the game. Oh, we're playing 5th edition, of course. It's what all the kids are playing. So you got to play 5th edition. It's got all the rules, and it's what the peoples are playing. And it's a good addition, I think, not to get too far into that, the details. Which, by the way, and I know a lot of my players were like, finally, because I had 1st edition when it was called the edition. And I just kind of refused to change or buy any books, one, because, well, books, expensive. But I was so far away from any real rules that basically, basically it was so far, I think it was pretty low. Let me see if I can turn that up. How about that? Is that any better? Let me see. I gotcha. All right. I turned that up. That's on Twitch there. Hi, everybody on Twitch. All right. Thanks for watching. Hi, Nicole. Pisanello. By the way, my wife is headed your way. Yes. Now, oh my gosh, I didn't know we were going to have this debate, but so if you want to hear I've talked about this with a lot of other gamers, and we discovered something that we wouldn't be here without 4th edition. I know that's practically sacrilegious, all my 50 peeps, but here's the thing. 4th edition was so much like a video game, and this is the complaint that everybody gives, that it was like, oh, it just wasn't role-playing, it was like a video game, and everybody hated it. Well, that's the point. It got all these people who were playing games online to sit down at a table with 5 of their friends and actually play. So, I feel like that was kind of a big thing, and that actually, got them from the game console to the tabletop to go like, wait, I have more than just a multiple choice interaction with this NPC. I get to I can steal his boot. I could, help him out, I can do laundry, you know, whatever it is. You actually have like a bigger motivation, and you get to sit around with your friends, which, you know, sure, you can do that with a game console, but it's just not the same. So once they got everybody hooked on, once they got all those people to play 4th edition from the video games onto 4th edition, then boom. And yes, well, yeah, it is. And yeah, it's basically WoW, right? So then you get them all sitting down at the table, and then you go, all right, guys, the reason I brought you all here is for 5th edition. Hi, this is welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. So I'm gonna say, yeah, 4th edition is a waste of time for anybody who played Dungeons and Dragons before, and now it's not. So, but it served its purpose, and it ended its time, and there we are. And just Pathfinder kind of jumped the gun. They were like, "Whoa, what is this? We're doing our own thing." Whereas Dungeons and Dragons was like, "We have a plan." So that's my opinion. I don't know. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it's like Coke and Coke Classic and New Coke or something. I don't know. Anyway, so what I'm working on, I just wanted to point out that in last episode, the characters, we have right over here are our heroes. We have Mako Riptide right here. Mako Riptide, everybody. He is a 2nd level dwarven cleric of Jawsus, which is one of those things about the world that I've created, is a religion about a giant shark, and his name is Jawsus. And it's people who've played this have really enjoyed it. They've really gotten into the circle of life kind of thing that is a giant shark. And you know, by the fathom, the chum, and the holy coast, everybody is chum in the eyes of Jawsus, chum. That is just one of the religions that I've created in this world. And Shark Isle is, of course, where that religion was founded, and it's a very seafaring kind of religion. So he is a dwarf, and then there's his brother, Mulkin Dare, who is a barbarian dwarf, 2nd level, and here he is. And let's see that camera. All right. And they are brothers, actually. And of course, Mako changed his name, renounced his mountaining ways, and went to the mountains of the sea, called Waves. And he has, and his brother has come now to bring him back to the mountains for a special handing off of the godfather of this family is about to hand his favorite nephew a magical item that is imbued with his spirit. And of course, Mulkin is going to bring his wayward brother back and show him that he should be continuing in family traditions by and show off the fact that he's going to get this nice, cool weapon. But on the way there, there's going to be problems. So we have Kazoo right here, who is I'm going to put it on this screen, actually. Maybe anyway, Kazoo is a gnomish bard, played by Mab Just Mab. Oh, by the way, Mako is played by TJ Miller, or Roger Awesome, if you know him at the Ren Fair. Mulkin is played by Dan Kostelik, who is Shakespeare at the Ren Fair, if you don't. And this is Kazoo's Mab Just Mab. And right here we have the Golden Dragonborn Ayala, played by Christine Nadjerin of Adamo Ignis fame. And so at the end of the last game, she praised Jawsus, that's right. So at the end of the last game, the druid, the golden dragon druid, turned herself into a giant wolf spider, and I happen to have this miniature that is it's pretty much a wolf spider. It's actually a wolf head on a giant spider. So I'm actually going to paint this gold today That's one of my missions. And then also there are the 4 major undead creatures that are about to fight these players. And so I'm gonna give them. I pretty much gave them all like a dark bath, like a black wash. But I'm gonna pop some color on them, although they are very gray and dark, and we'll see what happens. So let me see. Yeah, well, Pathfinder more than 3.5. Yeah, that's true. My Pathfinder is a real smooth. It's a smooth system. It is a bit mathy at the front end, but then it's smooth later on. So I like it. It's not bad. Never painted minis. Yeah, with the computer age and all that, it's like you got Roll20 going on. You don't even have to paint minis now. But I most of my minis are actually the pewter and lead miniatures. Like they're OG minis. So I've had them forever, and I'm like, well, I don't know. I kind of like the system of. I also like. Well, I also used to be a set painter back in my day. I used to paint sets for theaters and movies, and now I paint very tiny sets for my movies. Oh yeah. So yeah, Jawsus, giant shark. Basically, yeah, I'm not the best mini painter. I used to paint giant sets that were 30 feet, like humongous opera sets and things like that. And yeah, I have to say, painting minis is a different, the absolute opposite direction than giant set. So fun times. So yeah, so Shark Isle, a great, wonderful city. There's a lovely canal that goes through the city, and of course, it is on a big island sitting in the middle of a river that leads out to the sea, and it's fairly safe. I kind of like. It's a mix between the actual city of Carlisle, and there's also in Carlisle there's a pub called the Sportsman Pub, which we were going to visit on our D&D tour, and there's the Sportsman's Pub. You can look it up in Carlisle. It's a cute little pub. It is the oldest pub in the town, which is why we're going to go there for our D&D tour. And yeah, it's like 300 years old, which is nothing compared to the age of the cathedral in Carlisle, which is built in the 1100s. So yeah, and it shows. By the way, no offense, Carlisle. It's not slapdash. It's just a little bent up, out of shape. But it's really really gorgeous, and you should see it. Yeah. So the city of Shark Isle is pretty cool. I was gonna try to see if I can share the image. Let me see. Wait, I'm gonna see. I can. Can you do? Pop that up there. Oh, yeah. Here we go. All right. Well, for those of you on Twitch, I'm about to pop up the full map. There we go. And I'm going to try to screen share that for everybody on Facebook. Me and technology, we go way back. Let me see. All right, I'm going to hopefully not mess this up. Share the screen with the regional view. Share. See if that worked, or if I just messed everything up. Oh. We have one bathroom. Huh. All right. I'm gonna stop that here then, maybe, and transition on over. Shark Isle there, the big city in the middle, and all right, just making sure that that feed is still up. There we go. Okay. Hang on, everybody. All right. Comments. There we go. Back to the comments. There we go. Oh, my Twitch. Yeah, here, let me put that in there. Twitch.tv/ oh, what was that? Slash Paolo Garbanzo. There you go. Oh, yeah. All right. Do they have modern bathrooms? That's a great question. Some places do. Some have magical bathrooms, which is even better than modern bathrooms. They actually don't smell at all. That's Shark Island for you. So up in the mountains, all right, so Shark Island goes north, and up in the north, something that's going to happen pretty soon to the adventurers is that they are going to run into a place called Dark Pass, which is, it used to be, the canal used to go up straight through those mountains. They had magically cut a hole through the mountains. The dwarves helped, did a whole bunch of cool stuff, and there was a pass through the mountains that everybody used to use because it was great, it was easy, you get stuff, goods flowing, but my world is full of problems because it's not just the surface area that you have to worry about, it is down below and up above. So a whole bunch of underdark creatures started coming up. They took over the canal, and so then they were forced to make a canal that just goes around the outside of the mountains, around the north. And oh, it's TJ. Hey, TJ. TJ, the dwarven warrior, or sorry, dwarven cleric, he is on board and ready to answer any questions about Jawsus that you might have as well. Thanks for stopping by, TJ. All right, so now we've given this wolf a golden stripe. I'm going to fix that underneath there. Should be a little gold underneath. Oh, yeah. I know I've done a lot more talking and a lot less painting, but there we go. I'm checking the Twitch. Oh, Twitch. Oh, yes. Lord of Adventure. Hey, look, everybody's on Twitch. I'm going to pop the map back on. All right, on Twitch there. Get up there. Ooh. All right, transitioning the scene. There it is. Blamsky. All right, so right there south of the center is Shark Isle. And ooh, there we go. I can see the map. There we go. And map's coming up soon. There we go, should be. All right. So yeah, looking at the map, you got Shark Isle right there. Also, I have posted the map in, it's on the Facebook page, the Nat21 Facebook page. And so there's, you can also check it out. So Shark Isle right there, big island, bunch of little islands off the side there. I am all for making ridiculous names for a lot of these towns. So just south of Shark Isle is a little bay, and that the river used to flow that direction, but it don't no more. So there's a little town out there called Olton, which means old town, because that's where the old town is. Now that one town has survived. There's a bunch of other ruins around the edges of the bay where other towns used to be, but are no longer because the salt water's killed everything. So then I also like to do things like regular names for places, like Penfeld. Well, there's a pen and a field, so the town is Penfeld. All the upriver from Shark Isle, you can see Norton, which is the north side of the river. So it's the town on the north side of the river. It's called Norton. And then there's the town on the south side of the river called, anyone? Sutton, right? And then there's Hilltown, and then there's Elf River. Guess where it leads? It leads to elves. That's right. I'm not gonna lie. There's elves there. And let's see. I'm here due to time zone. Hi, Tiffany. Oh, yay. Tiffany, also somebody else who's on our tour. Sorry to keep harping on the bad news, but we are going to do it next year. And you know, also, I'm kind of looking into the future of the D&D tours. And I do love the England tours, but I have considered, and because I do a lot of tours in Italy too, so I was like, what if we did a Sicily tour that was that led to what do you call it? A Sicily tour that was a Greek heroes tour. You know, so you could like, because Sicily has tons of Greek ruins. We can go see Greek ruins and then go and then play D&D all night. Some of you who might know about Greek mythology might know that Sicily is where Dionysus was supposed to have found wine, or grapes rather, and made them into wine and brought that back to everyone in Athens and all over the Greek world. So I would love to do that, and if people are interested in that, y'all let me know, because of course once it's safe, everybody, once it's safe. I'm not going there anytime soon. Sad. But yeah, once it's safe, let's rock. I would love that. I use acrylic, and then I spray. So this is a good question, Jeffrey. I use acrylic, and then I will spray acrylic, and then spray an enamel coat on top of that. So then you just spray it all down. That helps. All right. So my slightly more golden. Now. And of course, the thing about miniatures, you got to kind of do it in layers. So sometimes you got to let things dry. Sometimes you let things roll. And, you know, so I'm going to let that dry over there. Hey, Twitchies. Hi, everybody on Twitch. Woo! The wolf spider is awesome. Thank you. And I have another one that I have completely unpainted. So now I'm going to have to do something with this one. I've only painted base coat. Also, I have another Dragonborn, which, by the way, so these are from like 2nd edition Dungeons and Dragons. So these are not the modern Dragonborn. These are like old school draconian creatures. Which one? This is the old school draconian creature, which still haven't actually fully painted ever. So, you know, if you get an idea of like just how far behind I am on that, there's that. So yeah, let me see. Hey everybody. Well, good to see everybody. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're having a good day today. It's really rainy here in Virginia, but yeah, I'm gonna get this window here so I can see everybody's. See everybody's comments. Oh, really? That's not how that's supposed to work. All right. And yeah, so I got some old miniatures. I have Ralph Partha miniatures. I got all sorts of stuff. It's pretty crazy. And well, thank you everybody on Twitch for saying good map. Thanks. I've been working on it. I'll tell you, I've been spending a lot of time and effort trying to get this online games rolling. We're going to do online games for everybody who's going to still do the tour for next year. So we've been working on all the technology and everything to try to get all this running, as you can see. And send some rain to Florida. Really? Florida needs rain? Doesn't it rain like every day there? That was my experience. All right, we'll try to send someone down the East Coast. I'm pretty sure someone's headed that way. And yeah, what I use, so that map maker, by the way, is from Incarnate, I-N-K, Carnate. I paid full price, so you know, they're not sponsoring me or anything. But if you're out there, hey, I'll be sponsoring that. All right, so I'm gonna let that wolf spider sit. I'm gonna paint a little bit more on this guy. Usual tactic on when you're trying to paint anybody like this is try to start as far back as possible into some of those crevices and things like that. But then what you do is you end up giving it the wash. And so I don't know if you can see clearly enough there that this was just white paint with a black wash over top of it. So the dark got into all the crevices, and it gives it a really cool shadowy look. Pretty good. Need more rain badly. All right. We'll see what we can do. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know about painting or about the planet. So if you saw on the map, north of Shark Isle is the Dark Pass Mountains, which is now what it's called. It didn't used to be called Dark Pass, but it used to just be called the Canal Pass. So they had to go around it, around the side of those mountains, and that's called Round Pass. Real good. They're pretty good about naming things, pretty obvious stuff. And yeah, so then to the east of Dark Pass are the Dwarven Highlands. So those are just terrifically large mountains with very small people. And that is where Moken and Mako came from, and possibly headed back there. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Of course, they might all be dead at the end of this adventure, or rather at the end of the next episode, because I believe TJ had it right when he did say that he believes these are all second level adventurers, and they've definitely stepped into a 6th level dungeon. So they were like, at the end of that adventure, he's like, I propose a hasty retreat because I think we've stepped into a higher level dungeon. And I was like, you are correct. So they're gonna have to work on trying to survive there when we open up the next episode. And yeah, we'll see what happens. A lot of stuff. All right. Yeah. So oh yeah. So the Dragonborns all come from a place nearby. Let's see. I gotta get this map up here. Nope. No, not. All right, gotta put that map back up on Twitch. So off to the west, you see Magmount, a giant volcano, and that is where red dragons live, the Dragonborn. And then off to the west of Shark Isle is Dragon Isle, where a lot of different dragons live. And the Dragonborns have a humongous society there. They have very intelligent people, everybody's people. And yeah, you can go to wizarding school there if you're a wizard. And apparently in Magmount, you can go to necromancy school. So, who knew? Who knew, indeed. Oh, yes. Just checking the comments. That's right. All right. Oh, yeah. Well, so for those of you who don't know, our little cliffhanger, our golden dragonborn ran into her old friend, who turns out to be a necromancer now, and was like, "Why are you a necromancer?" And meanwhile, she's like way more powerful. It was her older friend, she'd gone off to college, and then unbeknownst to her, had become a necromancer. So yeah. And I do have to say, in 5th edition, that is my, I don't know, I guess maybe it's a complaint. I suppose it is, or just I need to re-gauge things, because it took like 2,000 experience points to get to 2nd level, and now you're like, okay, we walked down the store and I succeeded my quest on getting a loaf of bread. That's 300 XP. Oh, you're next level, and so I'm like, whoa, yeah. So I really have to like adjust my expectations for how long people stay on 1st level. I have to stop giving so much experience points. So yeah, because that was like, dude, people can change in college. It's true. It's true. Yeah. Yes. Oh, and congratulations, Val, by the way. Uh, it's that must be some exciting times there with your new baby in our Corona times. The Corona times. Trademark. Sweet. Okay. Yeah. Well, thanks again for joining me, everybody. And our next game is going to be at on Sunday at 7 p.m. Let's see if they can get out of this situation that they've dug themselves into, or maybe old friendships can survive, and anything's liable to happen, really, in this crazy world. So backstory, I told Christine that I said, okay, I need some backstory on a friend. Just give me, give me a friend that's a copper dragon. So not a gold dragon like you are, but a copper dragon. And, give me a little background. Like, you guys are friends. She's older. I was like, okay, yeah. So you guys went to Magmount, which is the name of the place. And you guys have, you when you were kids, you got, went off on summer vacation, and yeah, so you got these friendship bracelets and everything, and it was so cute and everything, and she actually managed to find a lava rock bracelet for her to wear, and she wore it during the game. And so at the very end, when her friend rolls up on a giant skull chariot, she's like, what about our friendship? And it was beautiful. She gently held up the friendship bracelet, see if her friend could still find it. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment. Thanks again for following me on Twitch, by the way. That is the twitch.tv/Paolo Garbanzo. I put up some other videos on Twitch every once in a while, and also I have Patreon, where I put random videos up there, so you can check it out. And again, thanks again to Felipe for joining my Patreon. I got some gifts for you. And by the way, our Nat 21 dice came in. I do have 20-sided die, but they go to 21, because what can you do? You're rolling 20s all night long, 20s all night long. Where can you go from there? Where can you go? Nowhere. So my dice go to 21. That's right. You can get yours from me. I'm actually starting a little Kickstarter campaign that's all about you can get your dice. So yeah, so sign up. If you go to my Patreon, you can get some dice. You can go and yeah, well, I pretty much have a million different ways for you to get your Nat 21 dice from my hands to your dice pouch. And look at that guy. Yeah. So yeah, let me know. Let me know. Yes. Yes, there is nothing like getting smacked down by a high-level monster to put you in your place. Absolutely. I personally, as a GM style, I don't punish people for I don't kill you right out if you you make some bad dice rolling, okay, but if you continue to go down the path and you make bad decisions, I have no qualms killing you. no qualms. If you make really bad choices, I will kill you. But hey guys, 15 more minutes. I got no qualms killing your character off. But bad dice rolling, I don't know. I can't really like. Well, what happened to my thumb? Kids, drill presses. They're dangerous. They're fast-moving machines. Yeah, I just whacked myself with the drill press. Actually, not with the drill press. Drill press, it's a long story. Drilling through stuff, and then it hit something and whacked my thumb. Kids, always use proper gear when dealing with heavy machinery. They may spin slowly, but they spin very powerfully and don't stop, even if your thumb is in the way. So it's all good. I'll be better. But yeah, that sucked. Yeah. But don't worry, I can still paint minis. So, Kitty Chaos does need to be a guest soon. Kitty Chaos has been playing in my game for quite some time now and has a really awesome character, a goblin that started off as your... Oh, and by the way, everybody, she had a goblin rogue that was wearing halflings' faces as a disguise way before season 2 of Crit Role. So I just want to say we did it first. Anyway, but yeah, we were all like really, I don't know, we kind of like jumped out of our seats when we were like, wait, they have a goblin that, oh! Yeah, no one will believe it, but yeah, we did it first. But that goblin has gone through some changes and now is a follower of one of the other gods in my campaign, the Skipper. There's a whole pantheon that I created many years ago, and it is the Minnownite religion. And it is the head god of that religion is the Skipper. He's like your god of the seas, your all-father. He's the mix between Odin and Poseidon, you know. And then, but he's a skipper. He's the commander of the waves and the ocean and of a boat called the Minnow. And then there's, of course, a couple of other people in that pantheon. There is the Professor, who is the god of wisdom and magic and science even. I mean, he can take a coconut and make a radio out of it. And then, and then there's, then of course there's Marianne, the Earth Mother, the Hearth Goddess. She can make a pie out of anything and usually does. And then of course there's Ginger, the Love Goddess. Yes, that flaming red hair and curvy body. Ginger, Love Goddess. Then you have the Howls, Mr. and Mr. Howl, both gods of different kinds of fortune. So you have like luck, and then you have like dealing with your luck, your resources and things like that once you have them. Gods of fortune. And then of course, the god of mischief, the god of mayhem, the god that you can blame when anything goes wrong. That's right. Something goes wrong in your life, you just shake your fist, raise it to the sky, and shout, Gilligan! So basically, everybody's a little buddy, and hey, little buddy. So instead of like brother or sister or something like that, it's a little buddy. So you can be part of the Minnownites pantheon, or you can be a believer in Jawsus. You can actually do both. We don't really. There's not a lot of like one religion. There's, of course, there's the sun. What's your favorite god? Mine's the sun. And I did have a character that was, I played a character that was, it was Will Ferrell's impression. It was my impression of Will Ferrell's impression of Harry Carey in that that Saturday Night Live skit. And yeah, it was great. Hey, what's your favorite god? Mine's the sun. I think it's the king of gods. If the sun was to come down to you right now today, would you pray to it? Just say yes and move on. So yeah. Let me see. Put a needle through my finger with a sewing machine, but a drill press sounds extremely more painful. Yes, yes, it was pretty painful. Fortunately, the drill press didn't go through my finger. It actually like grabbed a piece of metal and then like shot that piece of metal right through my thumb. Like yeah, it didn't slow down at all. Let's just put it that way. Let's see. What color should I make this undead guy's fur cape? He's got some kind of fur cape here. I don't know. I mean, he'd be like, dead for a while. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Fur cape. It looks like fur. I don't know. I think polar bear is like out of his range. I hate to just make it brown because that seems lame. I mean, just brown. It seems reasonable. That's my problem. I always want to go do the reasonable thing. But I don't know. Any thoughts? Thoughts? What's your thoughts? What color? No, I'll paint him in a sec. All right, he's got to have some boots. Or he has what's left of some boots. He also has bandages. I don't know. He's got a lot of crap. Whole thing coming around. I don't know. Sometimes you're just like, I don't know. It's brown. Paint everything brown. I don't know. Gray with moss. Oh, that's a nice idea. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. All right. First, I'm gonna hit those boots here with some dark brown. All right. Yeah. So I had originally just given these guys, I base coated white, and then I gave them actually all a black wash because I was going to need them for the game, and I didn't really have time to give them a proper paint job. So I'm going to have to give them another black wash at the end once I'm done painting all these guys. Yeah, try to stay one step ahead of the game with the minis, and because I want to. I have a bunch of painted minis, but yeah, I'm trying to get all this. It's like sometimes you want to give undead people like some really nice decorative stuff, and then be like, but it's really old, so you burnish it down a lot. Try to I'll try to get that camera in there, but did pretty good. All right, pretty dark brown on the back. I'm gonna put some black in there with the brown. So it's not quite black. It's pretty easy to just paint everything black on a skeleton. It's like, it's shadow, it's dark. But try to give them a little bit of, do it for pistachio. Gray with blonde highlights in honor of Baron Sir Pistachio. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I do like the moss idea, so I'm gonna put a patchy, and then I'll put some patches of moss on top. But right now, we'll pop that dark brown into the back end of him. It almost goes into the shadow line. Boop. Oh, I like that. All right. Bandages, I guess they'd be grayish. Pretty nice color right now. Maybe have some highlights on there. At the end of it all, you kind of hit everything with a little highlight, and at least that's what I do. I do a little dark brush and then highlight. Make his thing all patchy, little dry brush action so as not to get into the deep corners. I mean, it has been a while. He's been wearing it for quite some time. He's a miniature, so maybe he got a giant squirrel and put like a little pattern, like he got the pelt of a giant squirrel, and it's like, yeah, put a little patch down the middle. Maybe a giant weasel. Who knows? This guy probably saw a lot of stuff in his life, you know? You just don't know. He could have. And now he sees a lot of stuff in his unlife. Oh. That's also one of my little tricks when painting minis is that I have like 5 different colors of brown, and you can lighten them and you can darken them, but it's like you just don't want to have like I don't know, just too many. If you end up painting everything with the same brown, then it's like, what, did everyone go to the same boot seller and get their boots from the same guy because they made it from the same leather? Like, it's just too crazy. So I always use like, especially if I'm painting a bunch of different miniatures at one time, I always try to get like 3 different browns at the very least. At the very least 2, and then you can lighten them and darken them. But at least you have 2 different kinds, like a reddish brown, and then like a dark kind of, dark brown, and then you can, like a real muddy brown. And then not everybody has the same color boots, or the same colored belt, or whatever. So yeah, that's just my little trick. And then you can sometimes mix those browns and get a different brown, a completely different brown. Of course, now I'm going, oh, he should have a skunk cape. That would be cool. But no. Right. We just got a couple minutes left. I want to thank everybody for coming. If you have any questions, I'm going to do this next week. I'm just going to be painting. If you have questions about paint, or your questions about like how my world interacts, or just anything really, I'm just here to chat. And all right, here's my question to everyone. What is he holding? I don't know. I don't know what he's holding in his hand. It's like a lasso. I really don't know. I've had this miniature for 20 years. I have no idea what he's holding. I never have. I've always wondered about it. Maybe it's just got dented because it's made of pewter. I have no clue. I have no clue. Take your best guess. I don't know. Winner gets a mention somewhere and a free high five when we can touch people again. There you go. Once again, I'm Paolo Garbanzo, Nat 21 Adventures, Sunday, 7 p.m. to 11. And join all of our awesome adventurers who are performers at Renaissance fairs and Sideshow. And they're going to have a great time. It was a hilarious thing. I mean, the game, we didn't get that far in the game, but it was hilarious, let me just say. The reverse yeeting of the dwarf was hilarious. Oh my gosh, so many other great things. And great comments. If you go and watch the show, currently we're doing it on Twitch and on Facebook. And if you comment, your comments affect the show. We change things during the show, and things will happen. Maybe I'll use your idea in a minute. Yeah, what is it? It's blowing huge bubbles. Oh, I love that. Oh, it's like a magic. It's one of the comments on Twitch is the round thing is totally for blowing huge bubbles. Yeah. Okay. Magic bubbles. TJ, you guys are in serious trouble because magic bubbles are coming your way, and it's going to be devastating magical effect. You want to shut this guy down as fast as you possibly can. Magic sword, no big deal. Magic bubble blower, you're getting hammered. I mean, see, that's how your comments affect the game. This guy's totally magic bubble blower. And they come out of the front too. They can like come out of his little skull thing on the top. Like, oh yeah, oh it's on people. It's on. So yeah, go watch the show, make comments. The last week's episode is up on YouTube. It's on Paul Garbanzo page, but you can find it just typing in Nat 21 Adventures. You can find that last episode. And don't forget, we got 21-sided dice for you. We got, I didn't even talk about my battle maps that I made. Yeah. And you can do all that too. Did my close? Oh, I'm just gonna, here we go. I'm gonna go to full screen anyway. Here we go. I'm gonna just, there we go. All right. Well, thanks a lot for coming by, everybody. Once again, I'm Paolo Garbanzo, and yeah, I made these guys. These are my boards, metal boards that you can get from me. We have marble tile. You can get a whole set of them for your adventuring needs. I have ones with marble. I have marble floors. You can get a set of marble floors, and you can get a set of just redstone dungeon tile. We have them in different sizes. You get a whole set, and they're awesome. You can put them all together. Soon I will have what are they? Sewer tiles. That's right. So there's a major sewer tile, and there's all sorts of other stuff. I have greystone, and eventually, soon we'll be coming out with the Jawsus tiles. So enter the Temple of Jawsus if you dare, and you can get them on some sort of durable masonite type material. And yeah, so I have those. And once again, thanks everybody for coming. Twitch.tv/Paolo Garbanzo. That's Paolo Garbanzo. A big shout out to everybody who's already there on Twitch. And we'll see you again on Facebook and on Twitch. And yeah, thanks a lot for coming. Bring your questions about paints and about the world that I'm building. And we will see you all again. Maybe even have a special guest or two throughout the show. Who knows? All right, my friends. Thanks a lot. Enjoy your day.